Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. It's been a while, been a bit busy doing bathroom stuff, but we're due a trip out in the D2 next week, so thought I'd try and repair my driver's door lock actuator, which has never worked in 8 years that I've owned the truck. And I'm doing it now because that fell out. Now that is the link rod between the key lock and the actual actuator. Mine, the key lock is just currently spinning, so when the battery goes flat I have no way of getting in the truck at all. So you can't buy these. We're going to see if we can repair this in a later video, but today I'm actually going to replace the actuator, so I've still got, or so I have actually working remote central locking. Now my actuator will lock but it won't open, so we might try and fix that again in another video, but today we're just going to sort out the actuator with one I bought on eBay. So hopefully this will be a quick video. I have done one before a while ago, well 10 years ago I think, and that when I did that I had to remove the whole window frame, but I think we can try and do it today without doing that and try and do it a bit quicker. So let's go. Right, so here's my door. You can see you have to peel back the protective membrane. This is one I actually made, and if you want to see how I did that, click in the video up there. So this is the door lock actuator. So you have a cable here which goes all the way along there. That's for the internal pull. You have a rod here which goes up. This is for your up and down, so you can lock it internally. You have one electrical connection which is there, just so you can see that electrical connection. Then you're supposed to have a rod which there's another rod, if I can see it at the back there. That's for the outside. Now show you this. You can see it. You can see it moving. That's for the actual door handle. And then there should be another rod, which is the one I've just shown you in the garage, which is snapped off from that there. So go undo those. That's for the handle. And then in there you can see that there's a bolt there which secures the bottom of the door of the window frame. If we undo that, we should be able to move the window frame enough to get the actuator out. That's the issue. So let's undo some bolts first. All the bolts are T25, like that. So I just removed the door handle bolt. Okay, now to get this door handle to come out, what you do is literally push it forward like that. I do it with one hand. There you go. And then it literally just comes out like that. So I have to do it with one hand, but that comes out. But you'll see the rod up there. So you can see that's stopping it to come out. So you can undo the rod at the bottom, or you can undo it at the top. Right, as you can see, hopefully, you can see that bit of plastic. You just undo that, pull it, and then you can get the threaded rod out. There you go. So as I say, you can either take it off this end here, or the lower end, like that. And that there is what's snapped, as I showed you earlier. Right, so we don't really need to move that, undo this, because my one is missing, but I just thought I'd show you how to do it. Right, so I've removed those 3 Torque T25s, and this is the problem we've got. is it moves, but there's nowhere it's coming out, and that's because the window channel here, you can see, let's get torch. You can see the window channel runs up right next to it, and because that's bolted in place, there's no way for the actuator to come out. Alright, so we're going to undo that bolt there, and hopefully that gives enough wiggle room. Right, so that bolt was a 10mm, like you. Just remove that. Yeah, should be able to move that a bit. Right, so I wonder why it wouldn't move. And I've just found this little screw hidden away behind all the gunk from the vapour barrier, so I didn't see it, so you need to undo that. Alright, just remove the electrical connection. You can see it's got one little press thing, there's one of those either side, so just press them in, put it out. Well, I've just popped this off just to make it easier to slide this down. And now I need to, should be able to, there you go. Do this one-handed. I need two hands. Right, so I disconnected this rod for the indoor pool clip, and I've got it right the way down here. That's what we're faced with. But the problem is the actual actuator has got a bit of an L shape to it, and the L shape is stuck behind there, and there's no way that's going to come out. So I think I'm going to have to lift the window frame. I got it out without undoing the window frame. Here's my tip. Undo the top window frame bolt, give it a little bit more play, and what you have to do is you have to make sure the actuator is here, okay, before you twist it. This big hole here, as you can see, it's got less, also it's got more room, because you have to go, it's sat in there like that, and you basically have to go like that and out. So this window frame here needs to go that way to give you the room. Okay, I've got them on the bench. I can show you in a bit more detail what's going on. So on the right is the replacement unit, and on the left is my old one. Okay, so I've just taken this off my one. It literally just spins around like that, comes out. Okay, and this is where that threaded rod goes, which you can adjust up and down. And here it is in a bit more detail, and you can see there, this, I'll do it one hand, but you can see this spins on a thread. I see moving the bar up and down. Okay, I've also swapped over this green what do you call it, tab. Again, that's from this, that's the button which goes up to open, to lock and open, to lock and unlock the door itself from inside, and the rest of it is pretty much ready to go back in now. So it should be, I told her once you get it past that window frame, it's just a case of bolting the bolts back in, putting in the rods, i.e. that rod there, the threaded rod, and the rod which is this, which just clips on for the internal pull, as you can see there, look. So let's see what we can do. As you can see, it's just lashed it down with rain, and of course I couldn't shut my door, so it's a tad of wet in here now. Well, it is July, not in UK, what do you expect? Right, so first I'm going to get the actuator back in here. I'm going to need 2 hands for this, so I won't be able to show you, but you got the idea. It goes in like that, swivel round. Right, it's in. Just got one bolt holding it at the moment. Put that back in. That's in. Whew. So my advice is you've got to do it sort of at that level, and if you get stuck, take it out and try again, because it's hard to get it back in. You know, it's a really tight fit and you need 2 hands. Right, everything's back on. You can hear planes. Ooh. Red arrows over there. Just missed them, look. There you go. Threaded bars in. Just a quick way to take it off. Because mine are closed, obviously. Take it off, open it up, put it back on, slide in the threaded rod. There might need a bit of adjustment in a minute, we'll find out. So if your handle doesn't open the door properly, that's the reason. We've got the bar for the inner float in here. Connected this back up. Again, just loop it over that and slot it in there. Make sure you put that screw in. Make sure the bolts are in. Good to go. So let's see if it actually works. Alright, so I've shut the door. The handle's not opening anything, so that threaded rod needs adjusting. Right, we're all back together. I haven't put the door card back on because I've got to repair the door key, the door lock anyway, and it's still not working correctly. So that opens fine. Lock it. Lock. Unlock. Still not unlocking. Same issue I had before. Luckily I've still got all this out under here, so I've just taken off those 2 connectors, looked at the wiring diagram, buzzed all the cables for the door lock. It's all fine. So I'm guessing I bought another faulty door lock. Fantastic. Anyway, hope you like the video. Please think about subscribing, and I'll see you on the next one. Well, that wasn't the outcome I was hoping. Looks like I bought another dodgy door lock, so I've just contacted the seller on eBay to see what they say.